stupid situations, the tongue often creates them. The motor mouth is usually causing mayhem. Lil' tune, flow sinister, I'ma finish him. Many men gon' need ministers, I'm aiming them. Enemies, I'm the enema, I'ma on them. Just like my keys, drop my on the dinner work. My thoughts I keep confidential, it's consequential. Philosophies unidentical, I'm not India. My Siamese brother Benjamin, that's how I stick to him. These diamond bees, all VBs, I call them Vivica. Skating underneath a bridge, stay hustling as it is. Make money, feed the kids, ain't nothing in the fridge. Wake up, repeat the sins, I need a 10, stay muddy to the lid, 800, eat a. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Yeah. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. Yeah. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Never lied in my rhymes, you can go ask Jennifer, that's my mom's name. I create and find change, my mind frame ensures that forever I'll reign.
Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06, welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Today our coverage kicks off with a good one here between the Buffalo Bills and the Detroit Lions. It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback.
On one, ready?
Now the first carry for Bush. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Burrow. Over the middle, complete. It's Holt. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Our game here in Detroit, a Thanksgiving tradition dating back to 1934. And it is the first of 3 games today, per usual. We'll see the Giants and Cowboys from Dallas after us. And then later tonight, the nightcap, another game with NFC North intrigue. The Pats and Vikings from Minneapolis.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. Now he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
But Charles, this Thanksgiving tradition is so great. I mean, going back essentially through the full century of the NFL, I know you probably have a lot of fond memories of Thanksgiving Day football yourself.
I certainly do, and I don't have the Turkey Bowl tradition. You know, the families that go out and play and then come in and sit down to their feast and watch.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions. Touchdown.
Well, what a response by that defensive unit, Charles, because they just saw their offense throw the interception. They come out there, not only get an interception of their own, but they take it back for the touchdown.
I won't sing it because no one wants to hear that, but perhaps an early case of anything you can do, I can do better between these defenses. A lot of people came to expect the offense to light this game up, but so far, the defenses are stealing the show.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they, almost to a man, told us how excited they are to be playing in this traditional Thanksgiving game. But we have to remember, this is a team that lost on Sunday. Now they get a very quick turnaround to play again. How difficult is that to do?
It's difficult under any normal circumstance when you're coming off of a loss and you have a quick turnaround. The first thing is to put the loss behind you and move forward. But when you plan on Thanksgiving Day, everyone's watching you. It's an added bonus, though, because now you put the loss behind you. Get that taste out of your mouth, because the taste you want is victory, turkey, and pumpkin pie.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
Now Cade York for the extra point.
It's up and good, so they go the conservative route instead, and it gets them a 7-6 lead here in the opening quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
And if we go back to the last series, remember, their coverage allowed them to get a turnover in the last drive, a takeaway, and that helped contribute to a sack on this one. I think maybe this quarterback's a little bit hesitant. Last time he turned it over, now he sees his zone coverage a little bit slow to get rid of the football.
He's got a man, complete, touchdown. A.J. Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to move back in front. So the points coming fast and furious in this opening quarter. Whoa.
Yeah, both defenses, they're looking pretty exploited right now with the way these offenses are attacking. They are a step behind, back on their heels, whatever cliche you want to use. Right now they're trying to figure out how to slow them down. Now I'm not sure they're going to be able to.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. He's going to look deep for more. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. DJ Moore, 35 yards. And the Lions are an extra point away from capturing the lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
This is fielded at the 27. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
From the 38, Rodgers. He's going to look deep for more. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a play fake. Rodgers. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
It'd be interesting to see what he decides to do the next time he's in the position we just saw there. Outside of the pocket, takes a throw downfield and turns up incomplete. I wonder if next time he might take off and run.
Rodgers again now. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Bills. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is up to 8. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Burrow. This one complete to Coates. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's good. For the Lions, first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
First down. Here's Burrow. Towards the end zone for Brown. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Bills are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument, and the league could support it quite well, where you can move games to different spots and still be very successful on Thanksgiving Day, but you're exactly right. I am a traditionalist. I really don't want Detroit and Dallas to give up those slots. I like the fact that we watch them each and every year. But what I really like is that the league added a 3rd game in 2006. And usually it's division rivals, but that's the 3rd one of the day, and it caps off a great day of football.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And it'll be intercepted. And the Lions force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to get the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. The ball resting on their own 5 here as they come up to the line on 2nd and long.
11 Thomas.
Now Burrow down around his goal line. Over the middle here to Coates. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
First down. 1st and 10.
They go play action with Burrow. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again.
And he is going to score. It's a pick. is touchdown.
New York now for the extra point.
And the lead is up to 15 now.
Makes the score Bills 28, Lions 13.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Lions take over first down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking down the line of being calm and really being firm with his team. And one told me once, we were having a tough patch. This two shall pass, this two shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Burrow looking to pass. And this is going to be intercepted. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it.
He's got a man, complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one.
York able to send this one through.
And that will do it for this first half. So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield, here's Rodgers. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Rodgers going to throw. And that is incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers. Touchdown! 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And they open the lead up now to 25. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. He's going deep for Brown. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Burrow on play action. Brought in by Coates.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 39-yard line. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Again, it's Burrow. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. 11. Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow. And it's caught by Olsen. And in for the Lions touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Burrow's going to look to throw for it.
This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. And the formula there on the two-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Robbie Gould set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a third time.
And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. They're still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
On 1, ready? Burrow going to keep it himself.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call a no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down.
I know they didn't get it, but I kind of like the call. 2nd and inches, go right to the quarterback sneak. Normally, that should be executed better, shouldn't it?
I'm going to disagree with you. I don't like the call.
You don't like that?
That's just because I didn't get it, though.
Oh, okay.
Hindsight's 20/20.
20/20 and never defeated.
Chubb.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
And now down 3 scores. I don't think there's any decision at all. You've got to go for it because you don't know how many more times you're going to get an opportunity. Field goals, they're not going to cut it in this situation.
On 1, ready? 11, MT, pace.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Lions' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
They'll try and throw for it. It's complete. And he'll get in for the 2 points as that'll cut the lead down from 11 to 9. And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. And the Bills are going to recover. I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel, but they've got to go ahead and make something happen. Steal possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
Charles, when you talk about free safeties, I think one word comes to mind, range. And we saw an example of a rangy free safety right there.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Moore.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the Bills first down.
Throwing is Rodgers. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw into the hands of Swan.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 24-yard line.
First down, Buffalo.
On the counter, Elliott.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
We're on to the fourth here on Thanksgiving Day.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Now it's Rodgers.
And he'll go underneath here to Elliott.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. The Bills offense staying out there as they'll line up and go for 2. Rodgers will throw for it. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
I'm wondering.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
third down, Burrow. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
From the 5, second and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4. At the 5-yard line.
On the counter, it's Foster. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The Bills on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. That is not going to be any help as they dump it behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of 4 yards. Brings up 4th down.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Flush to his right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
At the 16-yard line.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the Eagles wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 11. That's good.
Now Burrow on first down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Play action. It's Burrow. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it.
And the Bills will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here and maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes. That's going to be a first down. Well done.
It's a gain of 10.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Rodgers looking to throw. Steps away to his left. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moore. Rodgers again now. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Lions are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. That's back-to-back drives that have looked pretty good. The offense was moving the ball, but in both cases, the defense comes up with a big INT to get off the field.
How about the layers of intrigue that continue to get added as we watch this game unfold? Both offenses, they're a little bit discouraged with how their drives ended. How will each respond now and can either mount another positive series that ends in points for their team?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. No gain on the screen there at second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Here we go. 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. Looking left side, and it's complete. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got it.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bills are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
He's going to look deep for more. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
But Charles, a lot of happy faces.
You see, it's 2 type of people in life. It's people that wake up and wish they had it. It's people that wake up and go get it. Yeah. Sound like some superheroes. Some black superheroes. Every block, every hood, every